Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Warped, a completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast, where we do unasked-for audio commentary of Star Trek episodes. Here are your hosts, Sean.
Get me to my regular doctor. They're familiar with my weird, things.
Matt.
It's completely bonkers, and I didn't understand what was happening like 80% of the time, but I loved it.
Jake.
His abs unfurled.
Philippe.
I don't have honor! What's the point? I want to live and sing and dance.
Erin.
This show is so good, we're just like watching it.
Min Win.
Would you fuck, marry, or kill me?
All of
I
that.
would do all
the
three.
above.
All three in that order.
And May.
Dear Diary, I kissed an android today, and he told me he felt nothing.
Make it so.
Well, here we are. Hello,
Yet again.
everybody. It's my birthday for the second week in a row.
Yeah, it should be.
And we are here to watch the next phase, you guys. The next phase.
Yes.
Not this phase, but the next. Who watched the next phase?
I did.
I did.
I didn't.
Comma.
I, didn't.
I, didn't.
I did, because I only watched about half of it.
Half
There you go.
counts.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So what's this about a phase?
Well, there's more than one, and this is about the next one.
Oh.
Man, I'm not even going to ask you, because
Oh,
I know
no.
you didn't.
Do you know what show we're watching?
Happy to see you, Min.
Yeah.
Min is back.
I'm mad. I'm
Yeah, it's
something.
fine.
It's in the beginning.
Yeah.
We've got an intro we can plug in now.
We have a
Have you
recorded
not
intro,
listened
man.
to
Yeah, so
pre-
chill nowadays.
You haven't
And
heard
we
the
didn't
pre-record?
make it,
Yeah,
a fan did.
we have a fan-made pre-recorded intro
What?
for the
Yeah.
show. Yep.
Who's the fan?
Well,
We love you, Kenyon.
They found us on OnlyFans.
Oh,
Yeah. Is there one fan?
There's a
That's
lot of
the only
nude. There's a lot of
fan.
nude pictures of you on the internet, man.
Did you say OnlyFans?
That we've
Yes.
been. He is our only fan.
He is our
OnlyFans.
only- I love
But we
it.
love having we have a fan, and we think that's the best number you
we
can have.
play this
is
intro at the
one.
beginning of every episode now, man.
wow.
I'll play it for you when we get done
Cool.
with this.
Yeah. I haven't listened in.
Yeah, thanks
1
a
year.
lot. We
That-
missed you
Since you
too.
stopped
don't
doing
your
the
contract
episode.
dispute?
Don't you dare finish
Since
that.
Since your lawyers told you you couldn't.
Yeah. It was bad for your
advice
Q
to
rating.
keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
There are 45 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock, and I am punching the triangle in 3, 2, 1, punch.
Yes.
Here we go.
Matt, have you gotten your birthday spanks yet?
I'm wearing them now. The cake is problematic.
Yeah. That's
Not with those
to
fangs.
deal with that.
Wait.
So who's this guy? There's a couple of who's this guys in this one, because that guy should be Worf,
Yeah.
and it's not. And the transporter person should be Miles, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird that they throw this poor old woman under the bus,
Yeah.
basically, and are like, "You killed Jordy and Roe," and she's like, "I was just pushing the buttons like I always do." But doesn't it feel like this should be a Miles thing? Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
it's this whole episode is so transporter based.
Yeah.
Isn't that woman
Why?
on like Deep Space Nine or something?
No.
No.
No, she's
She was
got
on
the
Battlestar Galactica. She's a
got-
Deep Space Nine
the
alien.
The Bajorans are very big on Deep Space Nine. There is a
Boy,
character.
you really haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
You've missed all of Ensign Rowe.
Hmm.
Ensign
I like her
Rowe.
headband.
Yeah.
She's
So when
I love her headband.
they get assimilated, do they become the Bjorn Borg? Are they really good at that?
Jorgen?
They become the Bogorgan.
Then they always have headbands.
Everyone
They
knows
always have
that.
headbands. It's like Bjorn Borg is
Yes.
so prevalent here in this theming.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the headband.
The actress who plays the transporter lady.
Yeah.
Looks like she plays the Borg Queen on Voyager.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Oh really?
Yep.
She passed away.
Are these Vulcans?
No, that's somebody else.
No,
Voyager is a different. It was a different person.
it was a different person on Voyager. Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, they're Romulans.
Yes, man, good call. You remembered what
Alice
Romulans
Creed?
looked like.
Well, no.
No, it's not Alice Creed. It's a
Take
different
the credit,
actress.
man. I know I went down.
Thanks.
You're spot on. They are Romulan.
Yeah, well, it did say on the caption.
Let the mystery.
That's what I say
lie,
to my
man.
cat when I want it to stop doing something.
Yeah. I need a spray bottle.
Yeah.
I know.
Why am I wet?
I just
I
make the
used to
sound
spray
of a
gas
spray
all the
bottle.
time.
Yeah.
Does it feel like the captions are different? Like they're bigger or something?
It might be because we're maybe the last time you
Remember
watched
when
it,
you
we
were
were
here when we
were
screwed up
still
the
watching it.
captions?
We might have still been watching it on Netflix the last time
shit.
I see.
Min was here.
Talk
so
about
Blue.
phases.
You haven't.
Yeah.
You missed when you missed Caption Gate when we
That's true.
we made the captions bigger than the screen.
Oh.
They were
'Cause we
giant and
could.
blue.
Extra large, purple, and opaque.
It made the movie unwatchable.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, HBO Max really gives you a lot of creativity with your subtitles.
Yeah.
They really do.
More
Which
than
doesn't
they
make
should.
any sense
Yeah.
because why? There's
Yeah.
there's legitimately no reason to do that.
No, you couldn't read it because it was off the screen.
It's
You could fit 2 letters on the whole.
it shouldn't even be a choice.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Today we are watching Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 5, Episode 24, The Next Phase. Original air date May 16th, 1992. Transporter malfunction combined with a Romulan ship under stress and a damaged cloaking device creates the illusion that Ensign Ro and Geordi are dead. But Geordi doesn't believe it to be so,
Jesus,
and he acts
still going.
accordingly.
You have got to find a better plot summary place because that literally gives away the whole plot of the episode.
You need to
Aaron.
put that in the chat GPT and
Yeah,
say
see what-
in Ernest Hemingway style.
Yeah.
What's do you
yeah,
think
terser.
the IMDb rating of this episode
Fewer
is?
adjectives.
Yeah.
7.2.
Hey,
What?
he asked me, bitch.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even know.
Aaron always goes first.
Don't usurp
I know.
Aaron's
I wanted to
place.
get a real answer in.
I thought you said femboy too.
He did.
I did
So
say-
I'll say 7.2.
Yes.
May?
May?
7.
Oh.
Not as big a fan of this episode, huh?
It's not as good.
7.5.
Oh.
Anybody else?
I'll fill May's shoes and say 7.7.
I like this episode. I liked it
I like
actually better than I remembered liking it when I rewatched it the other night. I liked it a little bit more than I actually thought I was going to. So I'm going to say 8.3.
8.3 on the
Happy
nose.
birthday to me.
Ding, 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 ding,
it.
ding.
Nice.
Not much different than the
chicken
last
dinner.
one.
This is good. I like it too.
I do. I like it. It's a fun episode. It's got a fun kind of sci-fi kind of premise.
It has Geordi
It's
dealing
got-
with the woman, and
It's
it's
got
not
Geordi
creepy.
being not creepy at all.
Oh, good.
Really?
Good job, Jordy.
Yeah.
Anytime he can do that.
He's a little.
Yeah.
He's a little weird at the end, but
Well, come on. The
we'll get-
whole episode is too
Come
much.
on.
Yeah.
He can't help
100%
himself.
is A lot to ask.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good, solid Star Trek, Next Generation episode. You know what I mean? We're just like, I'm happy I watched that. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. The acting's all on point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any episode with Ensign Ro automatically gets about a
Yeah.
0.5
I like her.
bump because
She's
she's
nice.
always fun.
Is Worf in this episode, or is there just no Worf?
No Worf?
He is.
He's on
He's
the,
in
he's on the
the
Romulan
episode.
ship.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why he's not there.
Well, but that was before.
Yeah, there was no Romulan ship.
There was no reason to be
There
there,
was-
not be there at the
no,
beginning.
it's-
That's a yeah.
He's-
So this is a classic would you want to go to your own funeral episode.
Oh, like a Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn kind of.
Yeah. So what's happening is the Romulans are having
I like
problems.
that you try. He didn't take the bait on that.
I know.
What?
I'm sorry.
You did some light Mark Twain.
I'm like throwing Mark Twain references at you to see if you just shoot him down out of.
Oh,
like,
you mean like that piece of shit?
Yeah,
Is that what you were
exactly.
expecting? You know what I was really doing? I've never read that, so I was
just
I
going
didn't
with
want to
it.
seem stupid, so I just went with the reference.
Oh, so all your hot takes are based on
Because
not
I
reading
actually
his
had
best
no
work.
idea that was a thing that happens. In
Have
that
you
story.
not read one thing of Mark Twain?
I've never read
His hate is built on ignorance.
I know. It's actually pretty freaking good.
It is a hate built entirely on ignorance and by media portrayals of fictional Mark Twain.
I think they all like consolidate in the singularity of Time's Arrow to Part 2, don't they?
That's where it starts.
Yeah, I think it does.
No, that can't be true. I definitely did read like some
stories.
Mark Twain like
Yeah.
short stories in college.
You didn't read Huck Finn?
But
I enjoyed it. back
never
in
read
the
Huck
day.
Finn. Never read a novel by Mark Twain. Never read anything longer than maybe a few pages.
You didn't have to read Connecticut
and like
Yankee?
some like bullshit aphorisms, you know?
Yeah.
Just, like nonsense
The
saying.
coldest,
Yeah.
the coldest winter ever.
Riker really
My-
put
our
us back
cake
into
model-
it.
But you know,
really
I
just
feel
fucking
bad
killed
that
that.
I missed the Mark Twain reference because we're going to see him in a couple of weeks.
I know. That's why I was. I'm going
Wait,
to
is
be
that-
peppering
what's
them
the
in.
word where he says,
We're only 2 episodes away
hope
from that.
these
episode.
cherries don't get froggy.
Aren't these ships in space?
Man, you may have missed this. Do you know that I hate all things related to Mark Twain?
Because it looks like a roadhouse right now.
No,
What?
I'm just saying, like they're having trouble lifting these items, but
they're very heavy.
They should be like no gravity in space.
You can't have selective gravity in the same room. Everything's got to weigh the same.
Can't they just turn off the gravity?
But then they wouldn't.
But then
be
they
able
would
to-
all be floating around. Who is that
Selective
help?
gravity. I
But
like
then
that.
they could move all those heavy objects.
How?
They
If
wouldn't.
They're floating around.
They're
in
floating
mid-space?
around. They can't lift up stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I like your selective gravity.
Yeah.
Selective gravity.
Thanks.
That's it.
That's the future.
You put a thing on the thing, and then it has gravity.
Gravity
Right.
boots.
Done.
Yeah. Think how our lower backs would just be so
Oh,
happy
yeah,
with
yeah,
selective
yeah.
We'd
gravity.
be all 2 inches taller or whatever. they say.
Would people opt
Did
to
they
have-
fake die yet? Did that happen already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone thinks they're gone.
So here's the thing. Oh, we haven't gotten to it yet. Well, spoiler alert. I only watched like the first
What? Is that-
5 minutes of this, and then
Uh-huh.
like the last like maybe 25.
Uh-huh.
But when I walked back in on the episode, like I immediately knew what the premise after even not missing the first part.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's not a complicated premise.
Mm-hmm.
But I hadn't
Here
watched
she
like
is,
the first
guys.
half.
Row,
I just
row,
immediately
row
was
my
just like, they're
boat.
ghosts, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, got it.
No, they're not ghosts. Everyone just thinks they're ghosts.
They're
They're
she thinks
ghosts,
they're ghosts.
Matt. Give it up.
Yeah.
It's
They're
a,
not dead.
It's a we're ghosts this episode. That's what it's. That's what it is.
They're
It is a
fake.
We're the Ghosts this episode.
Yes, but
It's not actually what's scientifically
Ghosts that don't
happening.
fall through the floor.
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
You
Well,
know,
neither did Patrick Stewart.
Okay, well, I'll
sometimes he does.
Oh.
It's the power of their mind is what's keeping them rooted to.
Mhm.
They could change the rules of the reality at any time.
That headband is
Yeah.
keeping it all
That's
together.
keeping her forehead on.
Yeah,
That's right.
her 5 head on.
Isn't that ghost rules? Like they can sit down in chairs and they don't fall through ground or floor. Is that's the ghost
Yeah,
rule
I
on
think so.
ghosts?
That's standard
The
ghost
TV show.
rules.
Everything's following standard ghost rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SGR is compliant.
That's
SGR
right.
compliant.
It's SGR compliant.
Oh, is she Bruce Willis right
SGR
now?
4001.1.
Yeah.
So you want to give a recap there, Matt? Let us know what's happening.
I
in the
thought I
episode.
did.
Oh.
They went over to the. They went
Matt's
over.
a ghost.
Oh no.
We didn't hear any of it.
They went over to the Romulan ship because the Romulan ship was having problems. The Romulans are being shifty, as they often are.
So shifty.
Ro and Geordi were gonna beam back to the ship with
What is this
with a
scene?
thing.
They're close talking.
They're close talking.
They're filming
Well,
an episode of Seinfeld.
Look at the aspect ratio they're shooting in. Like it's a box.
Jeez.
You got to shoot those two
What do we
people
think
close
about her
together.
hair in this episode? Because it's a little bit crazy.
Who Beverly's?
Yeah. It's like it'd been calmed down, but now it's like it was going in.
It's a little bigger this week,
five
maybe,
different
than
dimensions.
last week.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy.
That Barrette.
There's some.
So there was a transporter thing, like there always is. Oh, she's a ghost.
Thank you.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
Hey, Scoob.
Yeah.
So they can walk through doors and walls, but they don't sink through the floors.
Yes.
That's,
You guys don't understand that you could not tell a story if they fell through the floor.
Where would they fall to? I mean,
they would just fall eternally, forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
House of Leaves style through a bottomless pit. And you wouldn't have a TV show.
I like that you mentioned House of Leaves. That's a great reference.
That's what happens at House of Leaves.
I know, but I was just thinking about what would be. I was thinking
I
about
loved that book.
There was a book, the worst book club recommendation I wanted to give Aaron, and I was thinking about for like a rose all day kind of book club, and I was thinking House of Leaves would be.
Oh, if he recommends House of Leaves to you, you should get a divorce.
I don't know this book.
No, and that's right. That's exactly as it should be.
Okay.
Don't even worry.
Did you
about
read
All right,
it
I'm
like
not
in
worried about
college
it.
when it was like the hot?
I read it in like 2001 or whatever.
Yeah.
When it was like the hottest nerd book in the world.
Yes, that's what I read it too.
Jesus.
I was like,
And half of that book is amazing, and the other half is not as good.
and it goes on for a while.
Wow.
They've got ridiculous units of measurement here.
Yeah, they've got like a lot of nonsense words in here where they're like, we're at 4,000 crowlons.
Oh, no.
And they're like, yeah, we are.
Yeah. And they're like pretending like they remember what a crow
None of this
is.
matters because it's all about everyone being sad that Geordi and Ro have died. Riker Data's like, I was Geordi's best friend. I should be in charge of the memorial service. And Picard's like, fine, I didn't want to do it, so go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you think he'll do for the memorial?
Well, you're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
Data does some research, man.
Oh.
It's basically one of the C plots here.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of sort of the A plot because it's kind of the emotional plot line of the episode is all of your friends dealing with you being dead.
And you getting to hear them talk about it.
Right.
What would you want us to do if you died, Matt?
Cancel Warp. I don't
Happy
know.
birthday, buddy.
What a question to ask on my birthday.
Do you want us to like drink or celebrate?
Well,
Do a
what I
marathon?
really hope is that you're all already dead.
That's the real answer.
That's my real.
We're all secretly hoping we.
I hope I dance on all your graves.
Yes.
That's good.
Fair.
Fair point. Maybe double fair.
Matt wants to win the Warp Tonti.
Yeah.
Game we're playing.
I mean, Last Alive. That's
Nobody tell you this is a game.
Last Alive has to keep doing the
Just keep
show.
his
That's what
they're
they
still
get.
doing the show.
That's their punishment.
God,
That's
really?
fine because I'm the only one on here I like anyway.
Burn.
Hey, you're channeling that Golden Girls blanket already.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Dorothy blanket.
Yeah. You switch to the Dorothy side.
Yeah.
Get back
I
on
keep
the
the-
Rose side when you're all sweet.
You know, like, let me tell you stories about St. Olaf.
Oh, but they can see each other.
Yeah, ghosts can see each other.
Ghosts
They're
can
both
ghosts see each other.
Rules, ghosts.
How do we
But
know?
here's the thing: they don't go through each other.
This is just an excuse for
No, they
Jordy to
can
touch
touch each
Ensign
other.
Row.
Oh, let's see if it works with our junk. Jordy says innocently.
I'm not entirely convinced.
It's the engineer.
Can we connect hoses?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Was that supposed to be like a Vulcan mind
No,
meld?
they were
thing?
he was just seeing whether or not he could touch
Oh, I
her
see.
because he can't touch anything else.
He's forbidden
They're
from
doing
touching
science.
anybody else.
Yeah. It's a classic fight of Roe versus Blade.
No, what? Hmm.
Why did you call him Blade?
Because I was trying to think
Because of the sunglasses
he's got the sunglasses and he's
from the poster.
Come on, you gotta make it work.
He's like the most Wesley Snipes, and it's
Yeah.
like
Sure.
it's a
Sure
good
he is.
abortion
Yeah.
joke, right? Come
It's
on.
a great abortion joke.
I didn't even get that far.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yep. It works on a lot of levels.
Yeah, that joke is working on some level.
Yeah.
That made the
We're gonna
cat
have
get
to
on
cut
your
all
The
lap.
cat
of
has
that.
switched loves. The
Yeah.
cat is like, oh,
He's
that was
like,
the best
You're
joke.
funnier.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Gus.
Well,
So cute.
let's go full alt right. Retitle the show Roe versus Blade.
I'm surprised they don't see other ghosts.
I wonder if
they're
like
just on
Jordy's
their
like,
own.
Well,
we're
just
the
you
only-
wait, my eerily good predictor
Oh.
friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like, we
Is
have.
there another ghost in this episode? Yes.
How long does it till Jordy says we're the last ghosts on Earth and we have to repopulate or whatever?
T minus like
He's
2.5
not the one
hours.
who's saying it. She's the one who's like, we're dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we're not. This is some weird Star Trek nonsense.
Yeah.
We just have to figure it out.
Involves
Sure.
tachyons and
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's chronotons this time,
yeah,
actually.
something like that.
So
I
this
mean-
poor woman thinks she's killed 2 people.
Oh,
She
It
was
should be mild.
and she was 6 days away from retirement.
Right,
too.
exactly.
Hmm.
hmm
What do we know about her, Sean?
Well, she uses chronotons in
I
her
think
hair
that's
gel.
the woman that is the.
Oh, that's the Voyager Borg lady.
I
you said?
believe so, because they don't list
Not the regular one, but maybe she.
Maybe.
filled
No,
it.
'cause the regular one's the one that passed away, right?
Maybe not.
See, I told you it was chronotons.
That's right. I would like them in my salad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're a chronoton boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wrong. Sorry, I was looking at the. It must be the female Romulan that was the Borg
Okay.
queen. On,
Yeah, because I'm not convinced about this woman's
on,
acting.
Voyager.
Yeah,
I'm not sold.
It's yes, I agree with you.
She's 6 days away
She
from
was
retiring
on
from
Days
acting.
of Our Lives for a
I was
number
gonna
of
say I
seasons
recognize her.
in the late '90s.
I think you're right, man. I think it's not a great performance, and it's a little bit like
distracting.
It could have been if it was
Yeah.
Miles a little bit of a.
Oh,
It's-
sure.
it's a little
it could have been a
soapy
little
style.
bit of a runner about Miles feeling bad that he killed
She kinda
George.
has
She
that.
played woman.
This is
Yeah.
great. She's
Melodramatic.
very good in this scene because she thinks they're dead,
Yeah.
and she's like,
She's all our town about it.
yeah, she's being very our town. She's getting ready to
Mm.
like say goodbye to everything.
Yep.
Hello,
I'm
Des.
reading this book right now called Another Day's Begun. That's about the history of our town
Oh,
as a play. It's really, really interesting.
that sounds interesting.
If I were a ghost,
They do
I-
some good, like, I can't see you acting in
Yeah.
this scene where they're
Yeah,
intentionally
different.
not looking at each
Yeah.
other.
I don't think I could do that. I feel like
It seems like it would be hard.
I feel like I'd be
Mhm.
really bad at that.
Yeah.
I'd be like looking at them all the time.
It would
I'd
be
be,
very
like,
hard to
extra
not look
looking.
at someone.
I would be.
I'd be
extra,
like-
I would be eyeballing
constantly
Yeah.
just sort of gazing over at
Yeah.
them to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sidelines.
Yeah, I would be like
Yeah.
my eyes would be like in a tractor beam, and I could not look away.
you're like the dead actor that would have the breathing chest, the heaving chest.
yeah.
I really want to know
Acting's hard.
what
Yeah.
Riker was going to say about Vincent Rowe.
Yeah, she's so hot.
We banged once when we didn't know who we were, and she was really good.
Yeah. I can still smell.
Why
it.
would that be hard for him to say? I don't-
She wanted.
He said that at so many funerals.
I know. Right, that's a standard.
Right. He's like, I have a stock speech I use
know.
in this situation.
I have my own line of Hallmark cards.
we had carnal knowledge of each other before we really knew each other at all.
Right, we
Yeah.
had carnal knowledge.
Yeah.
I do think if I was a ghost, I would probably haunt you, Philippe.
No. Well,
Oh, okay. That's a good game.
Oh.
Who are you
would
gonna
you
haunt?
who you gonna haunt?
I think you would be the most fun to haunt.
I would be really fun to hunt because I would really take it serious. I would be like, I'm very much. I'd be like, I know you guys think I'm crazy, but Min is haunting me. And here's the reasons. And these are totally rational reasons. Like,
Yeah, I felt compelled to suck my own penis for some reason.
Exactly. And then I could hear his voice.
That had nothing to do with
If
Min.
Min
but-
haunted you, how would you know the difference
I know.
between your just regular
It's
life?
it's like I'm
Well, I
always
tried to suck
dreaming.
my own dick today.
Yeah.
Could have been me. Could have been the ghost.
Now it's like there's
It's
never
just
a break.
giving him things to blame it on.
Yeah,
That's all it becomes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Aaron walks in. Are you trying to suck your own dick again?
This
no,
is-
this time it
it's
was
Min.
Min.
It
It's
was-
Min haunting me.
You can't see the ghost hand pushing my head down, but it's there.
Ghost hand.
Goddamn Min's ghost hand.
Sean, have you seen Game Night? The movie
I have
Game
not.
Night?
That's a great
What is
movie.
that?
I have not, but I hear it's
is a
amazing.
very funny
it a movie? Oh.
Yeah.
it's a good one.
They have a whole running joke in there about trying to suck your own dick. It's a good movie because it's all about a LARP. It's about a LARP that turns
That's
out
right.
to be real.
Who's in it again?
Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams,
That's right. That's right.
Jesse Plemons.
It's a good cast.
I forget who else. Bunch of people.
Cool.
So apparently Bajorans have a 2-hour-long death chant they do.
Right.
when
They're like,
somebody
we're not
dies.
going to do the chant.
And
So Dato's thing is, I'm planning this funeral and I need some advice. So he's like going around and being like, how do you guys do it?
Yeah.
And Worf's like, what about the Bajorans? And Data's like, well, the Bajoran thing is they scream at each other for 2 hours. And Worf's like, that seems like something Worf would be in.
yeah, that's what I was like. Is that too long? Do they, or
Yeah.
not long enough?
Right.
Klingons are like, they're
I think it's
death
more like
chant and-
Tibetan chanting. It's not like aggro. It's not like punk rock
Hollering.
chanting the way that the Klingons would do
not the
it.
death howl that they have.
Because think about the Bajorans on Deep Space Nine. It's all very like sort of
Yeah, it's very Buddhist.
Well,
in
he
its
tells you why it
styling.
wouldn't work for him because he's stoked, and that's the emotion that they would. He'd be like, "Yes, he had an honorable death.
Yeah.
That's awesome." It's not a time for
Yeah, Worf's like,
It's not a time for
we
dirges.
don't cry when people die. We're like, hey, you went to Valhalla.
Geordi died in the most honorable way you could.
Right.
In a transporter
throw a
accident.
With a hot chick.
In an unrelated transporter.
Yeah.
Just like every Klingon wants to go down.
Yeah.
In a weird scientific quirk.
Yeah. In an OSHA court case. Yeah. It's like,
Because Miles was drunk that day and they had to have
They had some other
the
person
backup
come on the show.
transporter chief there.
Miles must have been off making
Uh,
Irish gangster movies, right?
Probably.
They still look Vulcan to me.
He was making the commitments.
They're
Get
wearing-
your face out of there.
I know, he
Geordi.
sticks
That
his
looks like a
face
phone holder.
right in the
yeah.
thing. I love how quilted and shoulder
Yeah,
patty
quilted northern they are right now. Yeah.
Mm.
We talk about it every time we see them, but I just love that ridiculous quilted.
I love it. It feels like
look.
grandma knitted them all, like all shoulder pad things. Okay, now
That
you-
lady might be from
That's the one.
Borg lady.
Yes,
Sean.
I believe that is the lady who plays the Borg queen.
She is more intense. I like her.
Yeah.
If you had to a Halloween costume as either the Borg or the Romulans, which would you do?
I would do the Romulans because it's easier. The Borg involves a lot of
tubes.
You saw all those hoses.
Yeah.
Hoses.
You've seen the number of hoses one needs.
But hoses
For a
are
Borg
easy to
concept.
get.
Hey man, how many holes are there in the human body? Just
6
off the top of your head.
7? What are we saying?
I said 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah.
I'm saying 7.
You don't count the eyes as holes?
No, I don't think.
I think
so.
there are 9.
Eyes
9.
aren't holes.
I think eyes are.
I mean, I
holes.
suppose, but they're
Are
filled
eyes.
with eyes.
Aren't they sockets?
They're sockets.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Sockets.
I mean, they do have.
I gotta
the-
go. I gotta start.
I
my
think if
count
you
over.
poke long enough, a socket becomes a hole.
That's true of anything. But
yeah.
That's a
So you
different
got
question.
your
Tell us
ear
about that,
holes.
Matt.
Yeah. So what are we at? Ears, nostrils, mouth.
Well, women have 8,
and then
technically.
the lower
Men
two.
only
You got a
have 7.
pee hole and a butthole.
Yeah.
Well, women have a birthing hole too.
Yeah.
So they have 8.
No, they have 10.
Well, okay. You still won't give up the eyes. I got it.
That's right.
8 to 10, depending on who you ask.
Hey, man.
I don't know. Hey, eye hole. That sounds like something like Steve Jobs copyrighted.
But you can fuck it.
Yeah.
You don't count the belly button hole?
It's not a hole.
No, it's a socket.
Really is a socket. That's a scar, really.
It's a
It's
remnant.
just an indention.
I was at, I don't know if I should tell this story on the air. We might have to.
Of course you should.
Yeah. Change the
You've
names
told
of
the story of getting caught and masturbating.
This is not a
and
story about
this
me.
is-
That's why I think we might. It's not
Change
about me.
the names.
Well, yeah.
I was having a conversation with somebody the other day who was telling me that this is the reason I'm thinking about this is because of pedantics. What's a scar? What's
another ghost?
Yep, there's the other ghost. It's one of the Romulans. This guy was trying to convince me that the word pedophilia is not really the right word to use because most people who are pedophiles really want to have sex with like 13 and 14-year-olds.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they're really some other word. And I'm like, that just sounds like you're making up an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're parsing the
There's
nuances,
a range of ages of that child, and it still falls.
That just means. I was like, I don't care about the grammar of it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
He was trying to frame it as a like, no, I'm just a real stickler for words have meaning, and
Yeah.
we should always use the right word for the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. I was listening.
Okay, that's the kind of argument someone who has a very specific word they want to use.
Yeah,
exactly.
makes.
Somebody was doing a comment, like a stand-up set about that exact thing.
Really?
Like these are the 3 different terms for the different ages, but nothing makes me sound more like a pedophile than explaining that.
Right. I literally was like, okay, I now know something about you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a pedophile.
Right. I'm just a linguistic pedant.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
No, you're not. Nobody's that linguistic.
Nobody's out there trying to defend them except for somebody who's like got a vested interest.
The linguistic pedant file.
This is the linguistic equivalent of, like, if there's grass on the field, play ball.
Yeah.
Like, like bullshit you used to hear when we were in, like, middle school or whatever.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, it breeds.
Yeah.
He's sort of like a little Frankenstein-y.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the Romulan look in general.
We should edit that entire conversation.
Okay.
It's gone. It's gone.
Whoever does that, I don't know.
So meanwhile, Data's doing his Data thing.
Yeah.
They're picking up weird chronotons. Every time they touch something, it leaves a trace. Much like with ghosts, Jake. Ghosts
This sort
leave
of-
echo
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
behind
I remember
them.
that.
Yeah.
You're winning me over.
There's that
here.
SGR coming right back in.
You're winning me over to the standard ghost rules
Yeah.
argument for this episode. Because now Jordy's just going to go around randomly touching shit to set Data's like sensors off.
Why doesn't he touch Data?
Well, you'd think, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't know where.
You'd think he'd sign. I thought he was going to send like Morse code or something.
Yeah, like start spelling out a thing.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
that's because I had kind of forgotten how this episode goes, and that's what I really thought was going to happen. Was that Geordi was going to give him more of a clue than just randomly poking things.
Yeah, I mean, haven't they all seen Interstellar? Come on, you gotta do that Morse code,
Right, you gotta like
talk about
pluck the strings of the books of time
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever happens in that movie.
exactly. Right.
Seriously, if you can explain the last 30 minutes of that movie, I will.
I think
give you
you
a
just
$1.
explained it.
Yeah, that was poetic, Matt. It was.
I mean, that is literally what he does. He plucks the strings of
Yeah.
the Library of Time,
Yeah.
He's playing his own version of
and it makes
what's that?
little dust things
Electronic
fall
Sam.
on the room.
The aliens construct for him
Oh,
a
yeah.
What were those?
Simon?
with Simon.
Yeah, but if they could do that, why don't they just send? And they're not aliens anyway; they're like themselves from the future. But
they're alien species that exist outside of normal time.
I thought they were supposed to be themselves from the future.
They are, but they at the time they exist outside of normal space.
They've evolved.
Yeah, they've evolved beyond normal time.
And why are they doing all
like
of that
Mutant
again?
Men.
So they can save humanity, so they can become themselves. You know, it's a classic.
It's a classic. We have to create ourselves.
Yes, we have to create ourselves.
How does
So they have to go back in time to make sure that they get created.
Yes,
This is a interesting turn, but
What?
yeah, this Interstellar, I like that movie, but
I like that movie too. I just think it.
yeah,
I mean, you
I
think
like
about
it a- I like it a
2001
little
and
less.
Wow, look at
you
this
know.
outfit. Who
Oh my
wore it
god!
best?
How can you go 2x2 down that hallway without?
It's hard. It's a narrow hallway.
Yeah.
I know.
There's only
People
so
have
much
to walk
space on a
by and act
spaceship.
like they
Stagger
don't
it.
see
You have to
them.
stagger it.
You can't. I would not be. I could not
Professional
even
actors.
do.
Watch this.
baby.
Whack!
Oh,
Whack!
I don't think I could even
Nice.
eyeball act like just being a guy going down the hallway.
And phasers don't go through the walls.
Yeah.
So apparently this was supposed to be a Troy and Geordi episode, and they swapped Troy out for Ensign Rowe.
Good choice.
I think so too, and I love Troy, but I
Yeah.
think like having it
your
be
strengths.
watch this, watch them run through people's random rooms. Like
Porkies.
I'm wearing a space blanket and I'm combing my hair, and then they're gonna run through a guy doing push-ups here in a second. And meanwhile, Jordy's like, "Just figure it out, Data."
I like how they're like running
There's
around.
this guy.
They're running around at a full.
Donald Glover's in it.
They're running around at a full sprint.
They
but-
run right through him.
Yeah, they step on him.
Yeah, look at that.
He's not really doing full push-ups though.
No, but they're close in. Those
But
are
look at
tight.
his pecs, man. It's working.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing, man, it's working.
It's working.
Everything.
Come on,
Same
man. That was
plane.
I'm not
good.
impressed.
Those are all like tricep push-ups.
You're not impressed?
No, I'm not impressed.
All right.
Dude, that guy,
Wow.
he was
Tough
doing
to
them easy
please.
as
Yeah.
hell.
Drop
too.
and
I
give
am.
us 30, man.
I'm not hunting that motherfucker.
Watch
That's for
this.
sure.
No. Oh, we're feeding each other dinner.
Yeah, this relationship.
Oh,
no. Yeah, that relationship is not going to work out between
Yeah.
those two people.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is.
She's
but-
feeding him
They're
dinner.
trying too hard.
yeah.
This is some good not acting too,
Yeah,
where they're
yeah,
just like trying to pretend there's not a whole brawl happening right in front of them.
Yeah.
I don't. These guys are.
They're
great.
like, "Gee, Data and Jordy, what are you doing here?"
I would not be able to
No.
do it.
Push him out the
They
chair.
said it right out there.
I didn't know that could happen.
Nobody did.
Nobody did. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like that part in Ghost.
You might say maybe.
Yeah.
They didn't know
spinning.
the outside walls were just as flimsy
As
as
the
the inside
inside.
walls.
Yeah.
Not the
That's
floors.
what you were talking about. You were like, I don't like transparent aluminum. There you go,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We wouldn't able to get that shot without it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this poor woman is trying to like redeem herself.
Yeah.
So do you think that Romulan is just like floating, spinning through space for the
Well,
rest
that's
of
a
time?
really good question. Like, how long can you remain phased?
Well, he's
Are
not
you
breathing.
doomed to an eternity of floating through space?
Does your body need like food?
Phase?
And all
Yeah,
that other
'cause
stuff.
That's a
Or-
good question.
That-
Do you need?
They say that they're hungry at the end, so
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, because they're like chowing down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's been a couple days since they ate.
That just makes me think of the in Superman, the,
Which is another like form of torture. Yeah, it's like the Phantom Zone.
yeah,
Like,
where Zod was.
yeah.
Do you think that guy jerked it one last time? Because he's like,
It looked
I'm-
a little smug,
right? I mean, I was just, man, it's haunting me already, guys. I didn't even think that, and I said it. What? Man, stop.
We're in each other's minds.
So, yeah, she redeems herself there. Like
She does.
she saves the day. I mean, not that she needed to; it wasn't her fault. But
Anya.
So anyway, there's a bunch of gobbledygook in this episode about them being. So what's really been going on, Min, this whole time is that they are the victims of a Romulan experiment.
Oh.
The Romulans were out there in the middle of nowhere trying to build a device that would allow them to be both cloaked and intangible at the same time.
Oh.
Cloaked and phased,
Huh.
which will actually come back in this show, this idea. But what happened was when they got transported, there was a like energized cloud burst. And they got fate. So they're not dead. They're invisible and intangible, much like ghosts. Right, Jake?
That's right.
Yeah.
Very similar to the rules involving
Just
ghosts.
standard ghost
protocol.
SGR protocol.
Sorry, I just really liked the way that they had to scoot around like in the turbo.
Yeah, they have to
turbo
like
lifts.
scoot through the door
You
real
don't-
quick.
You never see people like hurrying in Star Trek.
But couldn't they just walk through the wall?
Yeah, but that's an expensive effect, so they only did it a few times.
But they can't use the elevator.
They had to save it up for when they run through the push-up guy.
They can't go up and down without help with the elevator.
No, they need. It's a horizontal way of life.
Yeah, it
really.
goes on a horizontal.
Purely horizontal.
Yeah.
They can go anywhere as long as it's horizontal.
Yeah.
But if they have to go
All right.
Oh, is this their funeral?
Yeah.
This is the
Data
funeral.
has decided to throw a sort of New Orleans style
I love it.
Dixieland marching through the streets kind of funeral.
I want Data
I
to play
love
my
Riker
Wow,
in this
that's
scene.
sweater.
I like that guy's
party
shirt
sweater.
a lot. Yeah,
I love Riker.
that's what he's wearing to a funeral.
Yeah.
It's a fun funeral, though. They put the fun in funeral, you guys.
A funeral.
Celebrating.
It's a funeral. Who puts the fun in it?
Yeah. Nice.
So you still never answered the question, Matt.
What?
Min still wants to know what you want at your funeral.
Oh, I forgot all about that entirely. This is fun too. They just go around
Beam,
fucking.
zap,
She
zap.
blows a hole right through Riker's head,
Bonk.
which is something she's wanted
Oh,
to
is she?
do.
I love this. Riker and his trombone just happens to be there.
Yeah.
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Not only a trombone, an entire jazz quartet.
Appeared in
Here's
this-
what I want, man. I want you to recreate this scene. That's what I want at my funeral.
Oh, okay.
Bang.
I want it to look exactly like this. I want you to learn to play the trombone.
Well, that's got to be Sean. Sean's got to be Riker.
Yeah.
No, I want you to
I have to learn how to play the trombone.
If you're going to throw me
You
the,
are the
a
rusty
funeral,
trombone
I'm going to
master.
make it as hard for you as I possibly.
I don't think I can grow that facial hair or that chest hair.
Well, then I guess I'll just never die
Until you get it right.
until you get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purgatory.
It's like David Fincher directing movies. Like we're just going to keep doing it until you get it right.
Yeah.
for sure.
Kubrick with Shelley Duvall.
Yeah,
Just gonna
Poor
keep.
show. I will literally make you crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron could be.
Oh, look, now they're getting all sparkly.
Oh.
Wow. They were energizing.
There's
Yep.
some good I can't see you acting.
Yeah.
Excellent from Michael Dorn there.
Good job, Michael.
He's like,
Dorn.
wait, was it? No. No. It's good. We're clear.
She's not wearing her thing.
Oh, her badge.
Where's her
coat.
badge?
Oh, her badge.
Yeah.
Worf had just heard their residual honor in the air.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we have to get their attention. And the only thing that gets their attention is these chronoton particles.
Yeah.
So maybe if I blow up. Apparently, all phasers can be set to self destruct.
Yeah.
Like most firearms.
Yeah.
You can just set them to blow
Like you
up.
do.
Yeah. You never know.
Hey, jump behind the couch. Whee!
And they're gonna be able to detect that.
Well, yeah.
They're not very sad, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, they're not. They don't spend much time talking about
what they
Geordi and
remember.
Roe
Yeah.
in this episode.
I mean, things are just getting swinging.
Yeah, Ro and Geordi hug each other a lot in this last scene
Yeah.
for no good reason.
Yeah, this is a really festive funeral.
Yeah. Well, it's
It
fine.
is.
That's
This is
good.
what I want.
Really?
I want a
Oh.
big party.
I want all the emotions. I want.
Zap, 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 zap. See
Oh.
us. See ya.
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh,
you saw that, right?
Right. He's like, am I hallucinating?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have taken that.
Did I drink some Tarkarian
ayahuasca
blood wine?
tea.
Yeah. Turns out one is Earl Grey is actually like some
Ayahuasca.
They got it. They got it. There you go, Data.
Yeah.
As I scroll through my notes here, did we talk about Woody playing Mark Twain on Cheers?
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
delete that? Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's the worst episode.
Yeah. Hug it out, guys.
Did I tell you that current episodes of The Price is Right are directed by a guy named Adam Sandler?
Really?
The Price is Right is
Adam
insane these days, you guys.
What's going on
Tell
there?
us more.
Mark, so Drew Carey is still the host. He's been doing it forever now, right?
Yeah.
But he's gone completely. They never recovered from the pandemic. He still has a long, shaggy haircut and a long beard and wears an unbuttoned, button-down shirt and like sneakers.
Yeah.
And they don't have a studio audience anymore. They just have these like 6 or 7 like pods of like 3 or 4 people each,
Mhm.
which is who they choose the contestants from. So like the basic gameplay hasn't changed, but the whole show still feels like it was filmed in 2021. Like they haven't changed the vibe of the show at all. So I was watching this whole thing and I was like, why does Drew Carey look like a hobo? And why are these people in these little like
Are you sure it
isolation
wasn't a rerun?
booths?
Is there ever a rerun?
No, they never rerun The Price is Right. And it was just really bizarre. And then at the very end, it said directed by Adam Sandler, and I was like, was I watching a movie this whole time? But apparently, the another person named Adam Sandler is the longtime producer and director of The Price is Right.
Interesting. That must be a bit annoying.
That must
for
be a joke he's heard 7 bazillion times.
Right. How do you guys feel about being named after somebody super famous? That would be kind of...
That'd be cool.
It's like being Rob Lowe Jr.
Yeah, it just depends what they're famous
Sure,
for, right?
sure.
I mean,
yeah.
Right. You don't want to be Adolf Hitler Jr.
Yeah, it's like, I'm Joe Stalin.
I thought
Joe Stalin.
People's reactions were a little muted, considering that they were supposed to have been dead, and then they came back.
Well, they were all they upset because they threw this big party, and then they didn't have the good sense to be dead.
Yeah, it was really insensitive of Roe and Jordy to come back like that.
Yeah.
Well,
they're eating some classic like breadsticks,
some
over
food,
there in
not
the-
just
yeah,
not
they've
just
got some-
cubes.
They've got some real like we're in an Italian restaurant breadsticks.
They opened up a crate from Cargo Bay too that had real food in it.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's like a genuine laugh.
Yeah.
This is the only part of the episode I didn't like because I didn't like
The creepy
that
laugh at the end? No, exactly.
Yeah.
See, I told
thought
you.
the laughter
I
felt
told you
a
he got
little
weird at the
forced.
end.
Yeah.
I told you.
He's like, I'm on a date. This is like a big date.
This is kind of like a date.
Yeah.
All I had to do was die, sort of.
I was like the only person she could have sex with.
Well, now it's back to normal.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like that episode.
No, it's
It's
good.
It's fun.
It was fun. It's
It's a lot of
fun.
Good to see Ensign.
As long as you use standard ghost rules, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
oh fuck, there's Mark Twain. Look at that.
He's coming.
One episode
Look at
away.
that.
He's coming for you.
I got one more.
Well, no, he's in
Oh, no, I
that
have
one
2
too.
I have one more, and then
One
he's in that
more
one.
because he's in
Was
26.
Whoopi Goldberg a ghost in a movie once?
She's
She
in the
was
movie.
famously
Yeah.
in Ghost, but,
But
she
she
did not
wasn't the
play,
actual
She was like a
No,
medium.
She could talk to the
Oh,
ghost.
I
She was not the titular ghost.
No.
But she got.
We're getting up to ghost
possessed
times,
by the
right?
ghost.
She had a
yeah?
ghost
Me
inside
too?
of her.
No,
We
she
better
just-
start thinking. No, she was a psychic who could sense.
She
ghosts.
could talk to,
Yeah.
and she could talk to.
We better start thinking about what movie we're going to watch because
Yeah.
we only have 2
We could watch
episodes.
Ghost because
Sounds like we need to revisit.
I mean, I
Ghost.
wouldn't.
what year is Ghost? 92 or 93?
90.
90. Oh, okay.
We're a little beyond it.
No, she's in full sister act. I'm a movie star mode
Yeah.
right now.
Because Ghost kind of popped her into.
Next week, is my all-time favorite episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
All-time favorite.
It's a great one.
It's one of the all-time best.
It's the best.
Yeah. Should actually watch that one.
Is that Data with his brother?
No, that's Data with Data's own head.
Yeah, extra head too.
Okay,
Data head 2.
That
we're gonna meet Mark Twain. It's gonna suck so hard. I feel bad for this actor being forced to do this performance.
If you have your own head, you could give yourself head so easily.
Yeah. Well, you all have your own head.
That's true.
No, if you have a separate head.
A detachable
second head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, those are Whoopi episodes too, boy. Get ready. You got some more. You got some more work.
You get
to
one
do.
episode off.
You're gonna have to program some more.
Right?
What are you guys going to watch for a movie after the next 2 episodes?
Well, what do you mean, you guys?
Yeah.
This is a we situation.
You think you're going home? What?
Assimilate.
Now that we caught you again,
You will
now
be
that we caught you
assimilated.
again, you think you will escape twice? Who are you, Steve McQueen in The Great Escape? We caught you.
Yeah.
Well,
You're in the cooler.
The duct tape doesn't help.
In the cooler.
Kula.
Thanks very much for listening.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
What?
I'm just gonna read some things real quick.
Oh, sure.
These are abandoned topics.
Oh.
Who are we on The View? Yeah, let's not do that one.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Who watches The View?
I was at the laundromat the other day, so I saw both The View and The Price is Right, which inspired these questions.
We're all Ross.
Getting up is the worst part of sitting. Rolf is secretly the best Muppet.
I can hear that argument.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Definitely worth thinking about.
Batman is the American Hamlet because it's the only way to win an Oscar.
It's the only way.
No, the Joker really is the way to win
Joker's
an
the
Oscar.
American Hamlet. Yeah, you're right. Go do the things.
Do the thing.
And subscribe to the thing.
Here I go.
Hell yeah.
Go to Patreon.
Whoop, whoop.
Do the
Instagram.
things.
Give us some money.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, the best episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Will it be the best episode of Warped ever? Do you think? Probably not, right?
Yeah, we'll probably spend way too much time watching the episode.
Yeah, we're gonna like it too much.
Everyone should try to watch it so that they're not watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Say your names.
I'm Sean.
I'm Matt.
And Jake.
Philippe.
Aaron.
Minwin.
Me.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Get out of here.
Bye.
See you next week.
Go do something productive.
If it,
Go read some Mark Twain.